Rell Seas might be making a big mistake. Now hold on, I actually do need to explain this properly so you guys understand where I'm coming from. About 2 days ago, Rell posted in the Rell Seas Discord server, we're working on game modes for Rell Seas. Crew battles is somewhat like conquest focused on island capturing. And we all know how crew battles work we all know how conquest works in games like GPO, even games off platform, AAA, etc. Conquest game modes are not entertaining and majority of the times they're just not fun. Now this might sound like glazing, but Rell Seas is not meant to be regular. I can only imagine going island to island trying to capture an island, having a big crew fight would only be entertaining for the first 2 seconds. It's really just not fun. For crew battles for something like Rell Seas, they could spice it up and make it way more entertaining. For example, a King of the Hill type of game mode, whereas 2 crews of how many players, probably 5, 6, 7 or 8, spawn in at 2 separate islands, and there is a 3rd island that has some sort of treasure chest on it. Now both the teams need to get on the ships, whether they all get on a single ship or spawn in their own individual ship. Go to the island that has that said treasure chest and not only get the treasure chest, but you need to put it on your ship, and once it's on a ship of the certain crew, after a time limit, or whoever has the treasure chest on the ship after a certain amount of time will win. Now why do I have this certain type of game mode for crew battles? Honestly, just take a second to think about it. Think of how tedious conquest actually is. It's usually there's a couple of islands, you go to one island, you capture it, as soon as you leave that island the other team captures it and you have to run all the way back in between that. You're doing that same cycle. There's rarely ever fighting going on unless you're guarding that island. That's genuinely not interesting. It's not fun. Rell Seas is based around, or at least the Rell Brothers have emphasized that ships is going to be an important factor. It's going to be end game ships that are the sizes of islands. You're going to be able to customize your ships in depthly. You're going to be able to upgrade your ship. So why not add a game mode where ship and naval combat plays a part in the crew game mode? You're going to the island trying to capture the treasure chest. Initially the 2 teams will most likely collide on the initial island trying to get the treasure chest. Once one team is victorious, you get that treasure chest and you put it on your crew ship. The other team's eventually gonna respawn in and try pursue you. Boom, ships out on sea colliding with each other. Naval combat. You're not only going to be trying to sink the other team's ship, in the process you're probably going to raid the other team's ship. Boom, on ship combat. You're gonna steal the chest and put it on your team's or on your cruise ship in order to gain points. Probably have a 20-minute timer, and whoever has the most points at the end of that 20-minute timer wins. You're gonna put the treasure chest on your cruise ship and probably try to run away, and the other team's gonna have to pursue after you. It's way more interesting than having to run island to island because the team is capturing the point. Conquest is genuinely a boring game mode, and I do think there are a bunch of other options and variety in terms of crew battles that can be done. Again, this is kind of like a King of the Hill thing, but obviously it's gonna be with a twist. It's like made for Rell Seas essentially. And for those of you that are wondering, what is this Revolver guy waffling about? What is he yapping about? Remember Conquest and Type Soul? Right. Yeah. We hated it. It was terrible. So why would you want to experience that in Rell Seas? Why would you want to? Even a capture the flag game mode would be better than Conquest. So please, let's just drop the Conquest thing, please. For things like Ranked and Battlegrounds, I'm not gonna lie, those are pretty normal, pretty common. Once everybody has a maxed out progressed build, people are gonna wanna hop in some sort of Battlegrounds like Arena anyways. Well, do I agree with I don't know. The Battlegrounds is 50-50. Maybe Ranked, I understand ranked 1s, ranked 2s. Battlegrounds is a little bit, I'm not too sure. The only reason I say this is because if people really want to fight, they're going to be doing it at specific islands in the main game anyways. But again, we haven't hopped in Rell Seas, so we don't know what island to island PvP is going to be looking like. So maybe Battlegrounds isn't a bad idea. I don't know. Something about hopping into an arena with probably about 10 other players and just having a free-for-all in a game like Rell Seas doesn't really intrigue me. I just don't think this is is a battlegrounds type of game, but ranked makes sense and crew battles actually does make sense as long as it's not capture the island type formula, and they do add interesting game modes to crew battles. Because honestly, the problem with crew battles is nobody ever has interesting game modes. It's always conquest. I'm not too sure why developers on Roblox can only think of conquest. Even Type Soul had conquest and everybody hated that. So we do need to start spicing it up, please. Honestly, please. Conquest has never been a fun game mode. I don't know why Roblox developers like conquest so much. Maybe it's because it's the first thing that comes to mind when there's a large group of teams capturing a point. But please, we need to start playing other video games so we can get better ideas, honestly. Anyways, that's it. There's no point dragging out this video. King of the Hill type game mode with the chest is way better. It involves PvP on ships, it involves the ship combat, and there'll probably be island combat as well, because both the ships may reach the island at similar points of time. So there's multiple things going on with the King of the Hill involving putting the treasure chest on the ships and gaining points within a certain amount of time or within a time frame. And I could give like 5 other crew battle suggestions as well. Honestly, you just need to get in with me. I be having the ideas on lock for real. Anyways, I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one. Peace.